Can I say hi?
Absolutely.
What's your name?
Tim Allen. Yeah.
I just pulled up to Utah in the front, and this guy's like, "You made me spend a lot of money." This is his.
It's the best money I have ever spent.
I said, "You should thank me."
I love this machine. This is my Ti-FLY X.
It's getting a little TLC.
It's getting a little TLC. It was ridden kind of hard for the last week.
Nice.
And now it's getting a little
love.
A little
I should get those. Where'd you get those?
Oh, you can order them anywhere. I mean, they're cheap.
They're cool.
But if you're military, ex-military, you have to have grenades on your.
You got to, you know.
On your wheels, yeah.
I like the AZUB logo on the.
I do too.
On the battery. I didn't see that.
That's the new.
Yeah, that's cool. They've got a new seat cover too. I'll get it. It's actually coming tomorrow with the new AZUB logo.
I got this one a couple of months ago.
Okay. Very cool.
I found out it does not do well on single track.
A little wide. A little wide. That one, that wheel does fine.
Yeah.
It's these two that are, you know. Yeah, it's always fun to see different people's setup and how they rig it all out. I like these rubber grips too. Those are nice.
I've got to replace them. I've worn them out.
How long was the tunnel?
The trail is 15 miles, and it's all downhill or uphill, depending on where you're going. And the longest trail is 1.2 miles. For the tunnels.
Oh, that's neat. Shaky though.
Yeah, this doesn't have any. This
dampers
particular trike that I was on was my first trike.
Is that the cat trike, the one that was in the picture?
Trike.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just talking to Hayden about the quads here. They've got like four-wheel drive, is it called? It's like a 4x4, right?
Yeah.
It's a total 4x4, but then this one over here that's green is like a 2x1? 2x2. Yeah. And it's got pedals on the front. So you're pedaling the rear, so the rear differential basically, and then the front tires both have motors on them, and so it's like basically it's just lifting you up the hill.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty, I mean, from a guy that's only ridden trikes, you know, like all of this stuff is pretty unique to me.
Yeah, we just had a guy get one of those, candy red, and like 6 batteries, and we put big
6 batteries?
Light whips on the back, on both sides and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Holy cow. How much can you put on a seat there?
I mean, you could push 300 all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just talking to a guy that has a 4-wheel drive, and he weighed 300, and then he had 50 pounds of cargo, and plus the weight of 4 batteries. So
has this one been around the way? Is this just a fun trike? This is a video trike. This is your film trike. I should have known that. I didn't see these. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I said trike. It just came off my.
Yeah, it's the film quad. So.
That's so cool, dude. You have some toys here.
Yeah.
This whole place is full of toys.
We keep adding and enhancing.
Small rig's amazing. I like small rig. It's good company. They're in Shenzhen. Oh, and I have a whole bunch of these in the van. These are awesome. Once you lock these things in place, you can have them vertically out and they support weight.
I stole these from your videos.
Oh, did you? No way. Always pushing the boundaries. So this has got a hub motor here, and then that's it. Just a single motor.
Just an electric.
2,000 watt electric hub motor.
Okay. What's the fastest you've clocked one of your vehicles?
So like our quads with our fully unlocked program will go about 40. But that's not something we would ever do.
Right.
So that 40 is just like
tearing.
If we do that tomorrow with me and you on the carbon.
On the carbons, let's do that.
And then he'll be in front of us as we're riding, and then when he takes that first turn, by the time he gets to the second turn, we're already like past him, you know. So
yeah, tomorrow we're going to take a couple of carbon trikes for a ride.
He's filming this from a distance at that point.
Yeah. So today I shot a tour video with Ashley, the owner of Utah Trikes, and the day is sort of coming to an end. Little update on the van. I left here right after I finished talking to Ashley, and I went to a few different auto shops. I went to Big O Tires, and they told me that your van is too big to even do the job. Like, we can't even lift that thing off the ground to work underneath it. And they also said that they found the problem. Now, there's a little sound that I showed you earlier. The problem is that there's a bolt that has been sheared off of the exhaust manifold, and that is causing a problem. When the turbo puts too much pressure on the exhaust manifold, it gives a little bit of that chirp. Now, it can be managed. It's not a valve. It would have been an arduous problem. So that's not that. It's not a pulley, which means I don't got to worry about like throwing a belt somewhere and having a big problem. But it does have, you know, a problem, and it's the exhaust manifold. And so he went underneath and he can actually see the bolt that has sheared off. And it's not an uncommon problem with the EcoBoost engine in the Ford. The problem lies in the repair. A sheared off bolt. Normally you just drill it out, re-tap it, put in a new bolt. The problem is that it's so caught up inside the engine compartment that they have to remove the manifold. Then they have to remove the turbo in order to get to the manifold. Then they said, and I don't know if this is bullshit or whatever, but they were like, well, you should probably replace both sides, because, you know, if one side's got a sheared bolt, the other side's probably gonna have a sheared bolt as well. And then if you're gonna have to remove the turbos, you know, those things are sensitive and they will warp. So we'll have to replace the turbos. And when we replace the turbos and replace the manifolds and replace the bolts, and it just got crazy. $5,000 in 2 days. I said, you know what? I can take it easy on the turbo and make sure that I don't, that's why the sound wasn't making a noise when I wasn't pushing the turbo too hard. And it actually didn't make any noise when I didn't push the turbo too hard. So as long as I can deal with it, I think I won't have any problems. I am certainly not going to pay $5,000 and absorb 2 days of my time on this tour to fix a manifold if it's not deadly. Eventually, maybe it'll start throwing up some codes in the engine compartment, and it'll throw up the codes on the computer, and it'll say, "Hey, you're losing some of that turbo boost, and there's too much gas leaking." In which case, maybe I'll have to worry about it more. But I'm not going to worry about it too much. It'll make a little chirp on startup, and it'll make a little chirp if I'm pushing the turbo too hard on uphills. But $5,000, no, thank you. It's funny because I went on ChatGPT, and ChatGPT was like, and I were talking. My ChatGPT knows me really well, and I said, this shop said they could do this job for $5,500, and it looked at me. It's like, does that come with an in-flight movie? ChatGPT said that price is crazy. It should come with an in-flight movie. What kind of personality does my ChatGPT have? It's so funny. Anyways, we're gonna wrap up this area now. I flew the drone. I got a bunch of drone shots. I did an interview with Ashley, which was super cool. And I met a couple of people here that knew JaYoe. You know, the gentleman Mike, that you saw right when we came in here, he had some of the most heartfelt words to say. I didn't record his face and I didn't record him telling the story, but he was tearing up, talking about how a lot of the times when I was cycling on the road and I was telling stories about my life and trying to be somewhat inspirational, and just not really trying, just telling inspirational stories, really helped him out. That's like the third time it's happened so far on my trip where somebody has come and said that JaYoe has made an impact on their life, and that is really, it's like an honor. It is really amazing, you know. So he said, you need to get back on that trike so you can ride around and keep telling those stories. I was like, well, okay, I'll do my best. Yeah, this shop is amazing. You know, it's funny, the way Ashley puts it is like, this is a corporation, not a bike shop. It's like a bike shop corporation, you know? So it's like, it's elevated above the type of bike shop you might, you know, go to on the street corner. This is more of like like a corporation company, you know what I mean? This is like a factory, you know? Yeah. This is more than a bike shop. More than a bike shop. Very cool. It's just so interesting seeing each shop that I go to, each facility that sells trikes. Some of them are small, really focused, single owner shops like Bobby. Some are family owned, have a backstory in an old movie theater converted into a trike shop. And then some are adaptive cycle specialists, people that really get hands-on with people, have tons of demo trikes and demo vehicles that they can give to people to make sure that they're fit in the trike that suits them the best. And then you got Utah Trikes that deals in big quantities, mass specialization, and drop shipping your trike to you. It's really interesting to see how each one specializes to a specific customer, a specific need, and is growing in a different way. But yeah, I've actually known about Utah Trikes for a very long time. I used to watch your videos and stuff and see them launching new trikes, and if you ever wanted to see somebody riding the newest, coolest ride, you'd often be directed to Utah Trikes, and you'd see the people kind of riding them and see everybody kind of talking about them and like going in depth on it. To be here is pretty neat. Tomorrow, we're gonna ride a couple of carbon trikes, and I think we're gonna do sort of a review video where I'll be riding with Ashley and I will be talking about this carbon trike. And this is, I think it's this one. This is the Bacchetta, and this is super cool. I have never ridden one actually, but they are one of the sexiest looking trikes I've ever seen. I mean, Ti-FLY X is sexy. It's a sexy trike, but the Bacchetta carbon trike is, the lines on it are just so smooth. I mean, it almost looks like it's gonna swim away into the ocean like a shark. Ashley says it's a riot to ride, and I'm super excited to take it for a spin. I think they're gonna rig us up with some microphones, and we're both gonna ride it. We're both gonna ride one, and we're both gonna like talk about how it feels to ride it, and we'll also be like chased by one of their studio quads, which will be riding around and like filming us while we ride. Most of the time I gotta hold this selfie stick in order to get any sort of footage of me riding. And in this case, I could just like let other people do the work. Of course, I'll ask them for the clips later. Check it out the window here. That's pretty cool. What a view is this? Look at that. You got the van, and then behind the van, you got the mountains. I don't know if you could see that, but the white cap peaks out there. So nice. There's the logo. I was wondering if I was going to see the new AZUB logo around here. There it is. And there's the old logo. Which one do you like better? The old AZUB or the new AZUB? Any AZUB is all right by me. Hey guys, thanks for watching the episode. If you're interested in following along on the van and trike tour, check out my Map My Travels map in the description below. It shows the path I'm taking, and it'll be updated with dates as I progress along the route. The map was built on an app designed by my friend Tice, and it's something that I've been using since I started cycling around Asia almost a decade ago. Upload routes, customize your points, and even attach videos and images to each point. It's a fun way to share your journey, and it's available now if you're interested. Tice is offering a 50% discount on a coupon code that you can get by capturing the QR code on the screen or just by clicking in the links below. It's a great way to share your tour and help out a fellow cycle traveler. Thanks again, and catch you in the next episode.